Let's go. Finally, Spy Family is back. Second season is finally here, and me being a simple person with simple needs, finally got what I wanted. I finally got what I wanted. If anybody has not watched my episode by episode impressions that I was doing for Spy Family series, at some point I kind of dropped off and then I came back. My biggest beef for this series has been that Yor does nothing but worry about the fact that she can't cook. And that's been kind of a thing that's been bugging me because obviously when the series opens up, it has Lloyd and he's a spy and he's constantly doing spy stuff. You have Anya and she can read minds and she's constantly reading minds and they're all trying to keep it a secret. But the problem has always been Yor. Yor was opened up as an assassin. She's taking out people in the dark of the night. And then no, that's all she's doing is talking about her cooking. She's never actually doing assassination stuff. And it kind of bugged me. Now, my theory has always been around the idea that I thought that Yor was sort of a character that the author wrote and then realized it doesn't work in a very wholesome series. Spy Family is a very wholesome series. A spy can go around and spy stuff without having to harm anybody. But an assassin? That's bloody. That's deadly. And I think that they kind of wrote themselves into a hole there and realized, oh crap, I can't have her actually do what she does because that's violent. It's not wholesome. Yes, finally, the first episode kicked things off of this season. I guess they heard me, and they're like, let's kick off the season with Yor actually doing her job. So when I open up this episode, I'm like, thank you. That's all I've been asking for. Thank you for actually having Yor do her job. It was really great. And to have the entire episode kind of centered around that concept, I mean, I didn't expect them to do an entire episode of her going around killing people. That's, again, not necessarily something I'm looking for. I just want to acknowledge that that's what she's doing and how it affects her day life. Because that's what Lloyd's whole chemistry has been. Lloyd's whole chemistry has been doing the spy stuff and not letting it affect his real life. And like I said, Anya's the same way. Reading minds, but not necessarily letting anybody know that she can read minds. Yor's just been, I want to cook something and I'm bad at it. So it was great to have it, again, technically open up with it. And yes, somebody shoot her. I was kind of curious how that was going to work out. I was like, okay, maybe she gets stuck, shot in the stomach or something like that. And so she's kind of hurting a little bit. But no, when she walks in the room and she's just like, I can't tell him I got shot in the butt. And of course, Anya knows what she's thinking. So Anya's thinking, holy crap, she got shot. Is she going to die? And then she's like, oh crap. Oh wait, she's fine? Man, mom's super strong. But that was great. Just a really great little kind of reveal that she's been shot in the butt. I got a huge kick out of it. I guess if you're a comedy and a character gets shot, it's gonna be the butt. It's just that's a thing that can make so much laughs out of it. And yes, technically plays into the whole date scene that Lloyd is like, crap, she's mad. I need to have a date with her just to kind of fix things. Otherwise, my entire mission's gonna fail because obviously she's upset at me. And it kind of turns this whole thing of them going on a date and she can't sit anywhere. Movie theater, she's standing up. Even in the dinner table, sitting down and hovering. I guess I should have seen that coming. It's kind of like the whole, haven't you heard I'm Sakamoto thing, where they're able to kind of like sit, but not sit, which is very, very difficult. But of course, she's super flexible and super assassin, much to shock to me because she never kills anybody, that she can actually pull that off. And sure enough, poison's the thing that helps her because, yes, I knew that she had an immunity to poison. It's just an assassin thing. If you're somebody that's taking out a lot of people, you're dealing with a lot of poison. So you have a poison immunity. So I seen that coming from a mile away. I mean, the other thing they could have done there is just maybe possibly have the fact that she can smell it. And so she knows what it is. And so she discards it. But it was good. But yeah, what date scenario can happen without somebody trailing the entire time? I actually got a kick out of Frankie. How the idea that she's like, hey, let's go follow them. And he's like, that's a great idea. That sounds a lot more fun than sitting here watching cartoons all day. But technically the fact that he wants to check out Lloyd and what he does and how he wins over girls. And the entire time enjoying the fact that Lloyd is failing miserably, which is nice, I guess, medicine for him and the fact that he's so jealous of Lloyd. But no, Anya chasing them around was a lot of fun. I especially got a kick out of the very end because, yes, technically, I don't know where it was. It was sometime in the second core, I believe. They were mentioning the idea that Anya was training under Yor, in a sense. Like, she was training under her, but not necessarily as a killer. And there was this whole kind of joke idea of Anya going out for like on the job, take your children to work kind of scenario. And so it was like Yor going around killing people and Anya's with her the entire time. It was a funny little scenario they were playing in their heads. But yeah, apparently Anya's taken that and she's gone to the next level. Which technically happened with Lloyd. We had a scenario where Lloyd was out there doing his thing and Anya was kind of working in the background. And I was like joking about the fact that they have this whole like code name Peanuts or something like that she's working in the background to help Lloyd. And there's this mysterious figure that's helping Lloyd and he doesn't know who it is. And so he assumes it's just another organization or something like that. And so we're having the same thing kind of happen here with Yor and the idea that the Thorn Princess has a sidekick now. She just like shows up. I honestly, I know I'm probably not alone on this one, got massive like Home Alone vibes with this. I almost wanted to make a cut for Twitter and just put this video of this guy walking in and this thing lands on his head. And then you see Anya and it says, "Are you done? Or are you thirsty for more?" or something like that. It would be hilarious. But yes, pretty much stopping this guy from creating a bomb. I'm not sure exactly what she created. Apparently like a canister or something like that. She made it explode. I don't know how she did that. Now, granted, this is a Japanese thing where you have scenarios like this, like the whole situation where the guy's walking back there. He's a part of this circus terrorist group. As he's walking back there, it has that whole like Japanese broadcast thing where the entire time he's talking about how he's going to put together a bomb, and it's all bleeped out because they don't want any chance that somebody actually knows how to do this, even though you could just Google search it. So he's walking around and there's all these bleeping happening, and then he walks in this room and this canister blows up. They ain't gonna explain how it works because, again, this is Japanese broadcast. They don't do that. It's always one of those funny things where they're so afraid of this stuff. That's just like when they had the whole thing with My Home Hero, where the father was trying to pick the lock and they literally mosaic it, even though they don't mosaic anything else in that show, like murder and stuff like that. But we can't show you how to pick a lock. We can show you how to kill somebody with a rice cooker, but we can't show you how to pick a lock. It's so dumb. But no, I think the icing on the cake this episode was definitely Anya coming down and telling the guy, you know, go stop working for this organization, go about your life, make Catherine happy. And he's like, crap, how do you know about Catherine? And then she just walks away all smoothly, like, how did she get a sidekick that young, that's so skilled? I give up on everything. It was a funny little kind of end to it. I got a massive kick out of it. I'm like I said, with the whole situation with Lloyd and the clock tower and all that kind of stuff, the bomb, and how Anya was trying to save him because Bond told her something about something happening. I like that whole idea of Anya sort of working in the background to accent Lloyd and Yor as they do their jobs. It brings it out to doing something more than just, can I cook, or, you know, I gotta keep this family together. Really what it is, my criticism of the author is to use what you started out with. Use those elements and really expand it to more than just one little central thing. And this first episode is honestly a very good sign of that. And I've heard people chiming for a while now that there's something coming up. Don't worry, Yor will do things, and this is hopefully a sign of that. But yeah, I like the fact that at the very end they're talking about the amusement park and Anya just jumps out. Anya wants to go too. We're supposed to be following them in secrecy. You're feeling misery. Of course, Lloyd, again, technically knows from the very beginning. If Lloyd didn't catch them at the very beginning, he's a terrible spy. It's so funny. Some of these jokes are so repetitive, but I still get a kick out of them every single time. I still, to this day, cannot get enough of Anya's oversimplistic scenarios that she plays in her head. Like, this whole thing with the guy coming in there and Yor stopping them, and Anya's thinking, oh crap, he's going to see Yor kick this guy and immediately say, you're an assassin? Let's get a divorce. Forgers are done. Let's get rid of Anya too. It's always like it's so blah the way they like deliver it, and it's so blunt and to the point that it's always hilarious. Animation was solid as usual. Granted, I really do feel like it's a missed opportunity for the first episode for a new season to not have at least something where the animation gets a little crazy. It felt like this felt like a very middle of the season type of episode, because yes, granted, it's not like anything's crazy happening to really grab people's attention, but honestly, they kind of did the same thing with the first part's ending and the second part's beginning. I think the second part's beginning was pretty action-packed, but they don't really care so much about where they're putting certain episodes, which is a good thing. Don't move things around just for the sake of making a grand entrance for a season, but I will say that they have the ability to up the animation just to throw something in there. And so yeah, there's a little bit of a misgiving there. Not that it breaks the show. But yeah. solid introduction. Again, super massively happy to see Yor actually doing things. That gets me so freaking pumped. I'm so happy about that. Anya continuing to be super cute. Lloyd being as obliviously overly smart as usual. Frankie continuing to be a creep. And I cannot wait to see where it goes from here. Really fantastic start for the season. I'm really pumped for it. Next episode premiere looks like it's going to be about, we're going to go back to Desmond. Apparently he's going to be doing some training camp, and additionally Bond apparently is going to be fighting to survive. I don't know, it didn't show Bond in the preview, it showed Lloyd, but maybe Lloyd's going to be helping to rescue Bond. But anyways, I'm super excited for the season. We'll see if there's enough to talk about each week to do a week-by-week impressions. Like I said, with the first season, I had a lot of fun covering it. People got angry every now and then about my complain about Yor. Most people were agreeing, but at some point I kind of lost things to talk about, and I'm not going to do a video unless I have things to talk about. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, make sure that like button down below, comment, let me know what you think of this premiere for the second season. Is it hype for you? Are you like me, like, crap, thank you finally giving me your stuff? Let me know. Additionally, if you like this content and you want to support the channel more, I have a Patreon link, tips link, super thanks, membership button down below. Greatly appreciated by the sports channel, and y'all take care.